Welcome back, Best Uni crew. It's Sugar. So today we're going to try to make this video quick and simple. We're going to talk about what supplies do you need for sublimation. Now, before you want to start sublimation, you might want to do some research on it. Sublimation requires a special dye ink and a special printer and paper that you will have to use. You can buy a sublimation printer already ready to use. You just have to put the inks in it. But a lot of people have converted over a lot of Epson printers, and I'm going to list some here. Sublimation requires a special type of material. The best to use is polyester, some nylon, some satin, some silk you can use as well. Sublimation also can be used on a special mug or tumbler, but it's got to have a sublimation coating on it. So anytime you're looking for sublimation supplies, always Google sublimation, so it will give you the right pictures and the right supplies that you would need. So I'm going to help the best way I can. I'm just going to list some things that will kind of get you started. I don't know everything. I feel like you still should do your own research and Google some stuff and read up on everything, and where to buy and the best supplies to use. But this is what works for me so far, and I'm just trying to help. So let's get started. You will need a laptop. You can also use a cell phone as well to print from. You will need a design space in order to design your pictures that you would like. All sublimation images have to be flipped horizontal, but you can use any design space that you choose to design in. Really, if you just got pictures in your phone, all you have to do is make sure your pictures are flipped horizontal, and you can print directly from your phone with any image. You don't have to have a design space, only if you want to design something special for your printing. Now this printer is ready. Sublimation is Epson SureColor F6370. It prints up to like 680 square feet per hour. It's worth $7,000. Now, and the inks might run you a pretty penny too because the cartridges are so big. But it's a great investment, and that's just my opinion. Research it yourself and get your own opinion about it. This is only if you're trying to do something big. This one is an Epson SureColor, was it T2170 24-inch wireless printer, and it will run you $749. Now this one is already made for sublimation, and it's, like I said, it's a wide format. A lot of people want to print big, so sometimes you got to pay a pretty price for something big. And you can buy this on Epson website or Dell. Just do your research on it first. This one here is a sawgrass printer. I do not have a sawgrass. Sawgrass was probably the very first one I ever heard about. Everybody loved, and I haven't heard anything bad about it, but I think the prints are limited as well. I don't know how wide or big that one would go. But I know for a fact Michael's is starting to sell sawgrass. You can get it from Heat Transfer Warehouse, Heat Press Nation, all these different places. So just kind of do your own research on these printers here. These are sublimation printers that are already, ready for you to do sublimation. Now, the printer I have looks similar to this printer here. This one says an Epson EcoTank 2803, but I have an Epson Tank 2720 that I have converted over to a sublimation printer. And all you have to do is buy sublimation ink. Do not use the ink that you see in the picture. The ink that comes with the printer, you do not use that. Buy sublimation ink, and then all you have to do is put the sublimation ink in there and put a special sublimation paper in with it. You will also need a heavy duty heat press that temps reach up to like at least 400 degrees. I like the clam shut. Some people like the swinger ways. I'm just saying you can do your own research on what kind of heat press to get, but it needs to be a heavy duty one. You want to start out with at least a 15 by 15, but if you can afford a 16 by 24 or anything bigger, that'll be awesome, because then you can do all over shirts for sublimation. If you're planning on doing sublimation mugs, you can buy this Cricut mug press from Cricut.com. So you will have to buy a sublimation ink in order to put in your printer. So make sure you Google sublimation ink. If you convert a printer, do not use the ink that comes with the printer. You will have to buy a special ink, which is a sublimation ink. You will also need a special paper, which is sublimation paper. Do not go buy any other kind of paper. Copy paper will work, but it would not give you the color release that you would need. You need sublimation paper. You have to have a special shirt in order to sublimate. So Cricut brand has 100% polyester material shirts. The more the polyester, the more the colors will pop. No cotton will work with sublimation. It only works with cotton if it's a 50-50 blend or a 65% polyester. And here's a picture of just a few things that are made out of a polyester material or a special material that can be sublimated. Sublimation is kind of limited on the material that you can use it on, but they are making it more and more easier for us to be able to do it. It just doesn't work on color too good. And here's a few times and temps and, seconds that you can do with sublimation. And just do your research. I hope this helps somebody. Y'all have a blessed one.